And we welcome you back into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School as we are halfway through day number 1 of this 35th annual Prairie Farms Holiday Classic. I'm Todd Duke, Zach Roseman along with you. He's the camera operator today and double dutying it on the scoreboard as well. Let's get you up to date. Game's first day. Game number 1 saw Springfield Southeast over Oakville, 97-47. Game 2 found Edwardsville squeaking out a win over Quincy, 59-56. So Springfield Southeast and Edwardsville will hook up tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock in the winter brackets first quarterfinal. On the consolation side, Oakville and Quincy will hook up in the auxiliary gym at 9 a.m. That took us to the afternoon session where Rockford East took care of Decatur Eisenhower 88-77. And the game that just ended saw East St. Louis handle Althoff 78-49. So Rockford East versus East St. Louis tomorrow morning at 10:30 in quarterfinal number 2 on the winners bracket. And that'll pit Decatur Eisenhower against Althoff in the consolation brackets quarterfinal at 10:30 in the auxiliary gym. That brings us to our current matchup. Game number 5 of the day has Decatur MacArthur taking on O'Fallon. For the Decatur MacArthur Generals, they are coached by Ron Ingram. They are currently 3-5, 1-4 in the Central State 8 Conference. That puts them in 8th place. Decatur MacArthur is averaging 59.1 points per game scored, while defensively they're giving up 66.2. That's not a good combination. Ingram is in his 5th year. He is now 81-46, and he has one regional championship in his 5 years. That was in 2015 when they went 21-10. In this tournament, well, Decatur MacArthur won the very first Collinsville Holiday Basketball Tournament way back in 1984, and they have not won one since. They beat Collinsville in that very first tournament, 57-51, and the Generals are only one of 3 teams to have played in all of the previous 34 tournaments. Of course, Collinsville, they're the hosts, and Granite City. Collinsville has won this thing 4 times. Granite City still looking for their first championship. For Decatur MacArthur, they are 57-56 over their previous 34 years. Besides that championship, they have one second-place finish. That came in 2015. One third-place finish. 4 fourth-place finishes, including last year, and 4 consolation championships. For the O'Fallon Panthers, they are coached by Brian Muniz, and they are 4-5 on the year, 0-4 in Southwestern Conference play. That puts them in 6th place. They are averaging 43.6 points per game while giving up 49.3. Muniz is in his 3rd year. He is 29-37 in that time. He went 14-14 in his first year and 11-18 last year. In this tournament, O'Fallon hasn't been here in a while, but this is their 13th appearance. They are 17-17 in this tournament over the previous 12 years with no championships. They have one third-place finish. That was in 1993, a 71-62 win over Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin. They have one fourth-place finish. That came in 1994. They lost the third-place game to Collinsville that year, 71-52. And they have 2 consolation championship trophies. Well, the last one coming back in 1997 with a 74-56 win over Waterloo. So now you are caught up with some information on both of these teams. As we get you set, here are your starting lineups for O'Fallon. They will start off with number 3, Drew Tebby, the 5'8" sophomore. Sean Riley II is a 6'5" sophomore. Isaiah Kraft, a 6'2" senior. Kyle Dismukes, a 6'1" senior, and Caleb Burton, a 5'10" freshman. For the other team out of Decatur, these are the MacArthur Generals. They are led off by Tiandre Woodland, a 6' junior. Skylar Walker, a 6'2" senior. Caden Lowry, a 6'8" senior. Keon Jones, a 6'2" senior. And A.J. Lawson, a 6'2" junior. Those are your starting lineups for both of these teams. We'll step aside for just a brief moment and come back with the opening tip-off between O'Fallon and Decatur MacArthur in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network. Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their 2nd year of operation on Main Street in uptown Collinsville.
Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Call 855-9100 or online, sloanspubhouse.com.
Hi, I'm Colton Pareko. I want to thank the team at RE/MAX Alliance for helping me find my first home. It couldn't have been any easier. If you're in the game for a new home, contact my friends at RE/MAX Alliance.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, O'Fallon Panthers taking on the MacArthur Generals of Decatur MacArthur High School. MacArthur, they are the home team. They'll be the team dressed in white, and their numbers are in blue, trimmed in blue. They have Generals across the front of their jerseys. And for the O'Fallon Panthers, they are the road team, so they're dressed in their dark navy blue, trimmed in gold uniforms. We are underway. Decatur MacArthur wins the tip-off, and they are swinging into action right off the get-go, but they turn the ball over on a shot attempt there by Skylar Walker. So now O'Fallon brings the ball up. We saw O'Fallon earlier this year, the very first game we had of the boys basketball season at O'Fallon, in which Collinsville won. So now the Panthers and Caleb Burton back in front of the Decatur MacArthur bench over into the corner, and now Burton gets it right back. A one-arm sling pass over to Tebby. Tebby into the corner, pulling up, taking a shot. No good. A little bit short there for Kyle Dismukes, and the rebound is going to be whistled as a foul. And we'll have a couple of shots coming up here for Sean Riley, a 6'5" sophomore. Skylar Walker picks up the foul. First one of this game. And at the free throw line, Sean Riley hits the first one and improves his 54.9% free throw shooting that he came into this game with. Second one on the way, and that one is in as well. So here come the Generals. At the top of the key, that is Woodland, and a bounce pass from Skylar Walker that was intended for Caden Lowry, went out of bounds. Second turnover for the Generals. To no points. 2-0 in favor of O'Fallon. Here's Caleb Burton trying to find a way up across the timeline. Burton gets it right back from Dismukes, and into the corner it goes for Kraft. Back out front for Tebby. Tebby back out to the top of the key now for Burton, and into the corner. Burton gets it right back over here on the left wing. We're just underway here in this first quarter. Just about a minute and a half in. O'Fallon has an early 2-0 lead. Here is Burton. He gives the ball up to Dismukes. Up underneath the basket. Loose ball off of one of the shoes of one of the O'Fallon players, and the Panthers will turn the ball over and give the Generals a chance to bring it back up and dent the scoreboard for the first time tonight. Tonight, today, this afternoon, this morning, it all blends in. Here is Lowry. Out to the top of the key now for Lawson. Lawson, he throws a pass into the hands of Walker, but all over Walker's back was Caleb Burton, and the 5'10" freshman. And now the Generals still looking for their first points. Out to the top of the key, Lawson. Lawson dribbles, drives, and backs it on up to Woodland. Woodland, the 6-foot junior. Over on the far side wing now for Walker. The 6'2" senior gives it back up to Woodland, and now a spin move by Lawson. Shot put up, nothing doing. There's O'Fallon with a rebound, and MacArthur still looking for their first points here in this game. Here is a shot by Dismukes, who hits it for two, and that makes it 4-0 in favor of O'Fallon. Almost 3 minutes into this first quarter, and Decatur MacArthur still looking for their first points. Here is Keon Jones. Jones's shot doesn't hit the mark, but the putback does. That's up and in by A.J. Lawson, and Lawson will head to the free throw line as well. Tebby picks up the Panthers' second foul. And at the free throw line, it will be A.J. Lawson. Lawson. One and only shot, no good. Rebound belongs to O'Fallon. Panthers bring the ball up. Here is Dismukes. He crosses the timeline over on the left side, then gets double teamed, and DeAndre Woodland clamped onto that ball. Possession arrow in favor of O'Fallon. We have our first substitution as Jakin Matthews checks into the game for the first time. Jakin or Jakien or whatever, how you say that, Jakien. Jakien. Into the corner. Here is Dismukes all the way around the horn and into the far side corner. Tebby with a three-point shot. That falls short, and it falls right down into the hands of Skylar Walker. Walker will hand the ball off to Matthews. Matthews will take it back at midcourt, slow things down, and survey a little bit. Here is Woodland. Woodland over on the left wing. Back out front for Jones. Jones gets it over to Matthews, and Matthews works his way around the horn and gives it up now for Woodland. Woodland gives the ball back to Walker, and Walker will give it up to Jones. Jones tries to work it up baseline, and a foul. I think Tebby's going to get called for his second foul in a row as he kind of held onto the hand of Woodland there as Woodland was trying to pass it in. So Tebby does pick up his second, and that means he will head to the bench. Quinn Harris, the 5'10 senior, will come in and take his place. Inbound pass for the Generals, come underneath their own basket. And Kari Talifero goes up with a shot. That's blocked out, and he gets it right back. And the Generals are still in action here. And almost, not for very long, almost another turnover. Outside, Talifero, three-point shot, good. And the Generals have their first lead of this game. It is 5-4. Halfway through quarter number one. Caleb Burton brings the ball up for O'Fallon. Gets it to Dismukes. Dismukes gets it right back. Dribbles, drives into the corner. A foul going to be handed out to Kari Talifero. That'll be his first, team second for Decatur MacArthur. .343 left to play here in this opening quarter. O'Fallon. Bounce pass over in the corner. Dribble drive by Burton into the paint. No room to move. Kicks it back out into the corner. Three-point shot on the way. That one rolls across the rim. And O'Fallon handles the rebound, but almost turned the ball over. Splitting the defense there was Lawson. He takes it into the paint and loses control of the ball. Picked up by the Generals. They have an outlet pass. That's an easy 2 points for Keon Jones. And the Generals now out front 7-4. Here is Dismukes. Brings it over to this side now for Burton. Burton gets it up to Harris. Harris into the lane, dumps it off, and a nice play there on the follow-up by Sean Riley. And the O'Fallon Panthers climb back to within one. Here's Matthews, 6-foot senior for the Generals. Gives it up to Talifero. Back to Matthews. Matthews double teamed over here on the left wing. Gets out of it with a pass to the top of the key for Lowry. Over on the far side, three-point shot that hits nothing but air for Talifero, but his teammate puts it back up, and after a couple of tap-ins, the ball finally drops through for Keon Jones. And now MacArthur forces a turnover. Matthews up underneath, loose ball once again, and Talifero takes it in for two. 11-6 Generals, and they have another picked off pass, but they couldn't hold on to that one. Dismukes comes up with it, fires it across the line, gets it to Burton. Burton dumps it off for Sean Riley, and Riley brings home a slam dunk. 11-8. Minute 45 left to go in a very fast-moving first quarter here between Decatur MacArthur and the O'Fallon Panthers. Talaferro has it over on the side, back to the top of the key for Walker. And that actually is Jones. Had that one knocked out of his hands to Matthews. Matthews gets the ball into the hands of number 11. That's Lowry, and Lowry's ball does everything but drop through the hoop. It stays 11-8. 1:20 left to play here in this opening quarter. Here is Sean Riley, and Riley will cause a foul and will head to the free throw line. Logan Lowry checking into the game for O'Fallon. First one misses for Sean Riley. Riley on the year, 54.9% free throw shooter. We told you that early in this first quarter. And now Riley ready for shot number 2. That one makes it. And it's 11-9, a 2-point lead for MacArthur. 1:19 left to play here in this opening quarter. Amari Wills also checks into the game for O'Fallon. Here is Deion Jackson seeing his first action for the Generals. Over to Kwai Smith, also into the game for the first time. Now Jackson trapped over in the corner, gets out of it with a pass to Matthews. Matthews back to Jackson. Under a minute to go here in this first quarter. Inside to Lowry. Lowry just outside the paint, turns around, takes the shot off the inside of the rim. Bodies collide, and the loose ball picked up by Amari Wills. And a whistle just as Wills was crossing the timeline. And we're going to have a foul called on Caden Lowry. That'll be his first, team fourth. 47.8 seconds to play here in this opening quarter between O'Fallon and Decatur MacArthur. Collinsville and Hansberry Prep out of Chicago ready to take the floor next after the dinner break. That's scheduled for a 6:30 tip-off. We are in game number 5 of 8 scheduled games today. And a thrown away ball by O'Fallon will put the ball back into the hands of the Generals with 28 seconds left here in this first quarter. Inbound pass comes into Deion Jackson. Jackson moves the ball up court, his team with a 2-point lead. He gets it over to Matthews. Matthews back out front now for Jackson. Jackson takes it from the near side to the far side. Throws the ball back out front. Here's a 3-point shot, top of the key. That misses the mark from Smith. Rebound for O'Fallon. 2 seconds left. On the wing, shot at the buzzer, falls short. 11-9 after 1 quarter of play. We'll bring you the second quarter in just a moment. All that and more coming up next on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today, 618-344-2800, or on the Missouri side, 31241-5253, or online, lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 1 quarter in the books, 11-9 in favor of the Generals of Decatur MacArthur High School. And MacArthur inbounds as we begin quarter number 2. Jackson with it as he moves it up across the timeline. Fires a pass over to Matthews. Matthews on the wing, gets it up inside now, and a baseline move. Nice job there by Ryan Bartley. Bartley, the 6'2 sophomore, into the game for the first time here tonight. As the Generals employ a little bit of backcourt pressure. Not a lot. Ball flying all over the place. It ends up out of bounds. Caden Lowry checks back into the game, the 6'8" senior out there. After a brief rest on the bench, we're in the second quarter. 13-9, 4-point lead belongs to Decatur MacArthur. O'Fallon, they have possession of the ball. With it over on the far side, that is Caleb Burton. Burton gives it up to Dismukes. Into the corner, now back out to the free throw line. That is Cameron Neal. And a blocked shot partially finds the hands of Amari Wills for O'Fallon, and the Panthers will reset their offense. Back out front for Dismukes, over to Mills. Back for Dismukes, pulls up in the perimeter, takes a shot, can't get it to fall. Rebound being volleyed for and picked up by the Generals. Here comes Deion Jackson into the corner, three-point shot. Matthews a little bit short. Rebound falls into the hands of Amari Wills. He loses control of the ball as he slips and falls down. Picked up by the Generals and thrown right back into the hand of Dismukes for O'Fallon. Up to the free throw line, back out into the corner. A drive by Wills. His shot will not fall, and he will head to the line for two. A few more folks for the afternoon session than was here for the morning session, but they'll all have to clear out while we take a dinner break and get ready for the night session. Here at the free throw line, it's Amari Wills. Wills, his first shot rolls off the side. He comes in shooting 38.9 from the free throw stripe, does Wills. One more shot coming his way. That one's through. Wills checks out of the game as Drew Tebby, with his two quick fouls, comes back in. Inbound pass being brought up by Jackson for Decatur MacArthur. Over on the far side wing for Woodland. Back to MacArthur, now to Smith. Over back onto the far side for Woodland, and that ball gets knocked out of bounds. Decatur MacArthur turns the ball over, and an opportunity for O'Fallon to either tie or get to within 1 point on this trip down the court. Here is Dismukes. He'll play catch with Jackson. Jackson sends it across the line. Now back over to Dismukes. Top of the key. Back to Jackson. Into the corner it goes. And a little holding going on there by Jackson. But no call. Now the call comes in as he reaches in to smack that ball away from Caleb Burton. Jackson will pick up his first. It's the team's third. O'Fallon already has 6 fouls here in this first half. As the inbound pass comes into the backcourt, Jackson takes it, gives to Dismukes. Dismukes inside. And a little floater that rolls across the front of the rim. Now a jump ball called. Possession arrow remains in favor of O'Fallon as Sean Riley went up for that shot. Inbound pass will come from underneath of the O'Fallon basket by Tebby. Out to the top of the key for Dismukes. Over to Tebby, back to Dismukes. And now over on the far side, all around the horn it goes. A shot that misses everything except for the hands of Keon Jones for MacArthur. And he bounces a pass into the paint. That was intended there for Woodland, but it was picked off by Riley. And now a whistle on the play. And we're going to have a foul called against Dismukes. That'll be the Panthers' 4th. Kobe Berry checks into the game for the Generals for the first time. Inbound pass comes in to Deion Jackson. Underneath, a shot put up by the newly inserted Berry, but that was partially blocked, and he could not get the rebound off the boards. Here come the O'Fallon Panthers after the rebound. It's Dismukes to Tebby. Three-point shot from Tebby. That misses the mark. Dismukes with the rebound. Gets it back into the hands of Burton. Burton back over to Dismukes. Just outside the lane. Turnaround. Little sky hook by Cameron Neal misses the mark. And the rebound belongs to the Generals. Here is Keon Jones. Back out front now for Woodland. Over on the far side for Jackson. Jackson into the corner now for Smith. Back out, cross-court pass, and into the perimeter, and Dismukes is going to get called for an over-the-back call against Keon Jones, and Dismukes will pick up his second foul in as many tries. Fifth team foul for O'Fallon, 6 for the Generals. Wholesale player changes going on as Talifero checks back in, as does Lowry. For the Generals, and Campbell. Inbound pass comes into Campbell. Has it go between his legs, almost back to the mid-court stripe, but he got it before any turnovers can be blown dead. There underneath the basket. Strong move there by Talifero. (15-10) Generals with the 5-point lead. Here is Tebby. Moves the ball up, gets it to Kraft, back to Tebby at the midcourt stripe. Back over to Kraft in front of the Decatur bench, and now into the corner. Double teamed, and we're going to have a timeout called by O'Fallon. That is their first timeout. Gives us a chance to thank some more of our sponsors. Excuse me. How about Chapman Trucking, LLC? Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 9 years of experience, Chapman Trucking LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more, including getting your heavy equipment where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net. 15-10, low scoring affair here in this first half. 4 minutes left to go in quarter number 2, half number 1. And here is Kraft with the ball out front. Now Tebby with it on the right wing. And back to where it came from on the corner. Chris Porter, three-point shot, no good. Rebound, that belongs to Lowry for the Generals. Decatur MacArthur moves the ball up. Here is Woodland. Woodland's pass picked off. Back the other way we go. Porter moves the ball up to Burton. Burton with a shot from inside the perimeter, no good. Off the glass, the rebound is circled back up and in by Isaiah Kraft. O'Fallon now within 3. Over here on the wing, three-point shot coming from Jones. That rattles but will not fall. Rebound for Lowry. Turnaround, put back, no good, but the tip in for Keon Jones is good. And back to a 5-point lead for Decatur MacArthur as we approach 3 minutes to play here in this first half. Here is Tebby. Moves it up into the perimeter to Burton. Burton loses the handle on the ball. Jones finds it. Gets it up to his teammate Talifero. And Talifero banks it off the glass for a couple of more. And another timeout being called here by O'Fallon. And it'll give us a chance to thank some more of our sponsors. How about the Collinsville Education Association? The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education. For more information, you can check out the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website, collinsvillecea.org. Decatur MacArthur and O'Fallon hooked up here. 2:58 left to play in this first half. 19-12 in favor of Decatur MacArthur, and the winner of this game will move on to take on the winner of the next game between Collinsville and Hansberry Prep out of Chicago. They made the long trek down here to take the place of Riverview Gardens after Riverview Gardens was banned from this tournament this year for that brawl they were involved in at Alton over the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Here's a shot from the corner that misses the mark for Chris Porter, and the rebound belongs to MacArthur. They put it up, still won't come back in, and now we're going to have a foul called against Kobe Berry for the Generals.
Generals foul number 24, Kobe Berry. It's his first personal foul, 17 foul.
2:38 left to play here in this first half. 19-12. MacArthur with the lead. At the free throw line, it'll be Sean Riley. He's been up there a bunch of times here in this first half. Mixed bag of results thus far. Tebby will head back to the bench. Quinn Harris will take his place. Riley hits the first one. Stays up for a bonus. Next shot on the way. No good. Rebound. MacArthur. There's a coast-to-coast drive by Deion Jackson. And he turns that into 2 points. And now it's an 8-point lead for Decatur MacArthur. As O'Fallon brings it up across the timeline. Almost a travel there at the midcourt stripe by Chris Porter. But he ends up throwing the ball away anyway. Nice job to keep that one from going out of bounds on this end by Jones. And now Jackson gives it back to Jones. Jones, spin move, almost traveled himself. And the man who got away with one earlier, Keon Jones, comes up with the loose ball for O'Fallon. Or excuse me, that was the other 12, Chris Porter. And now a travel will be called against Amari Wills. Lawson comes back in for the Panthers. Dismukes comes back in for, or excuse me, the Panthers. And then the other guy was for the Generals, yeah. Just got that flip-flopped. Here's Deion Jackson. Jackson over on the far side wing for Woodland. Back out front and now into the hands of Matthews. Jakean Matthews. A bounce pass top of the key for Keon Jones. Jones with 90 seconds left here in this first half. Backs up to the midcourt stripe. Dribbles his way to the free throw line. Takes a shot. It's a little bit too long. And the rebound belongs to Sean Riley and the O'Fallon Panthers. Dismukes with it. Back out front, O'Reilly. That pass is picked off by Jackson. He takes it coast to coast again. And he is going to be fouled by Sean Riley. Riley picks up his first, team sixth. Was a shooting foul, so Deion Jackson to the free throw line. And that one's good. Wills checks back into the game. Dismukes to the bench once again. Back to the free throw line, Jackson. His shot's good. 23-13, 10-point lead for Decatur MacArthur with 71 seconds left to play here in this first half. Here is Caleb Burton, got caught in the backcourt, fires a pass over on the far side for Harris. Harris gets across the timeline, double teamed, gets out of it. Should have somebody open with all the white jerseys around him, and then a nice little move into the paint for Caleb Burton. And now Decatur MacArthur will call a 30-second timeout. So time to thank some more of our sponsors. How about the City of Collinsville? You can check out the City of Collinsville's Facebook page for information on any upcoming events taking place within the city. Facebook page is always a good place to check out events. As always, though, the City of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District and wishes all district athletes good luck this sports season. 2 quarterfinals are already set on both the winner's side and the consolation side of the bracket. 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, Springfield Southeast will hook up with Edwardsville in one quarterfinal on the winner's side, while Rockford East will take on East St. Louis in the other. Consolation side has Oakville and Quincy at 9 o'clock, and then Decatur, Eisenhower, and Althoff at 10:30. Winner of this one moves on to take on the winner of the Collinsville-Chicago-Hansberry game. The loser will take on the loser of that game. 30 seconds left to go in this first half of this one. Here is Jackson out front for Matthews. Matthews, a bounce pass over onto the far side wing for Ryan Bartley. Bartley dribbles his way all the way out to the top of the key. Gives it up now for Jackson. Jackson, near side sideline, back out front to the top of the key for Jones. 10 seconds left here in this first half. Here is Jackson. Jackson dribbles, trying to drive baseline, but a foul is going to be called instead. It'll be 1-and-1 time here for Jackson as Isaiah Kraft picks up his first. Each team now at 7, but only 3.8 seconds left. Quite possibly our last free throw participant here in the first half. Jackson hits the front end, so he'll get a bonus shot. Next one on the way. That one's through. So Fallon has 3.8 seconds to take that 10-point deficit, turn it into single digits. At the buzzer, a shot that clanks off of the glass for Amari Wills. After one half of play, it is a 10-point lead for Decatur MacArthur, 25-15. We'll take a break, and then we'll come back and share the first half stats with you. We'll do that in moments here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahawk alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, and accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs, sauces, and they donate 25 cents of each unit sold to first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Zach Roseman along with you. First half stats are in, 25-15, a 10-point lead for the Decatur MacArthur Generals, and the leading scorer in this one is the 9 points by Talaferro for Decatur MacArthur. After that, Deion Jackson has 6 points, so does Keon Jones, and then 2 points apiece for Ryan Bartley and A.J. Lawson. For O'Fallon, they are being led in points by Sean Riley's 8. After that, it's pretty slim pickings. Isaiah Kraft, Kyle Dismukes, and Caleb Burton have 2 points, and Amari Wills has 1. From the three-point stripe, O'Fallon, I told you they were struggling. I had no idea they were 0 for 7, but they are. And Decatur MacArthur not that much better at 1 for 5. From the free throw line, O'Fallon has hit 5 of 8, while the Generals have hit 4 of 5. The rebound battle is being won by O'Fallon, however, 19-13. Turnovers, O'Fallon has turned the ball over 11 times compared to 7 for Decatur MacArthur, and the Panthers have 5 steals compared to 8 steals for the Generals. Decatur MacArthur outscoring O'Fallon in both quarters, 11-9 in quarter number 1 and 14-6 in quarter number 2. That is why we stand at 25-15 after 1 half of play in the books. Another break coming your way. Second half action will be right behind it here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com. All Pro Tees is your place for custom apparel for your school, business, sports team, and more. All Pro Tees offers a variety of services and options, and they'll walk you through that process step by step. They pride themselves in being a local Collinsville business, and they specialize in helping their clients promote and grow that business, all with custom apparel. All Pro Tees right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or call 344-2200.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Zach Roseman along with you as we are just about set for second half action between Decatur MacArthur and O'Fallon, 25-15 after one half of play. Then we'll have a little bit of a dinner break here as we approach that dinner hour, and then we'll have the conclusion of day number one. Collinsville are taking on Chicago Hansberry at 6:30. Lincoln hooking up with Madison at 8 o'clock, and then Belleville East taking on Granite City at 9:30. You heard the buzzer. We're just about ready to go. Decatur MacArthur inbounds, and we are underway here in this second half. The winner of this game will take on the winner of the Collinsville-Chicago Hansberry game. That'll come up at 6:30. Decatur MacArthur starts off this second half by throwing the ball away. O'Fallon will bring the ball back up court and have first crack at offense here in this second half. Bounce pass comes up to Sean Riley, and here is Tebby. Back to Riley in the corner, and Riley can't hold on with it. Neither team wants to score here in the first minute of this third quarter. Inbound pass comes in from Woodland. Gets it up to Jones. Jones moves the ball up top of the key and gives it back to Woodland. Woodland back out front and around the horn to Walker. Walker has it on the left wing, far side of the court. Back over to this side now for Jones. Back out to the top of the key for Lawson. All five starters back out there for MacArthur, and Keon Jones hits the first 2 points here in this second half. 27-15, 12-point lead now for Decatur MacArthur. Here's Tebby. No-look pass all the way down and off the glass. Nice job there by Sean Riley. Generals with the ball. Here is Jones, top of the key for Woodland. Back over to Jones on the right wing. Into the paint, and couldn't quite get over the rim the first time for Lowry. So he got the ball back and put it back up and in. 29-17. O'Fallon with the ball. Into the corner for Riley. Back out to the free throw line for Dismukes. Dismukes pass almost knocked out of bounds. Here's Tebby with a three-point shot. That's good. Tebby gets his team back to within 9. 29-20. 6:15 left to play here in this third quarter. Woodland has it on the right wing. Now back out toward the top of the key for Walker. Walker gets it into the hands of Jones. In the perimeter, Jones kicks it back out top of the key for Woodland. Woodland trying to penetrate that left wing. Instead, he's into the paint in front of the free throw line. Tebby gets the rebound after the missed shot. And the Panthers work the ball back up court to the free throw line. Dismukes, his shot never did quite make it. Put the ball up, put the ball in. Sean Riley, and he'll go to the free throw line for a bonus try. Foul called on Skylar Walker. That'll be his second. First foul here in this second half by either team. It belongs to the Generals of Decatur MacArthur High School. At the free throw line, Sean Riley. Riley went 4 of 6 from the charity stripe in the first half, and now sits at 5 for 7 here in this game. Riley heads to the bench. Cameron Neal will come in to take his place. And here comes Talaferno. Talafero to the right wing for Lowry. Into the corner now for Talafero. Back out to Riley, or excuse me, Lowry. I get my number 11s mixed up. Keon Jones trying to drive past Dismukes. He finally does, and in front of the free throw line takes the shot. Couldn't get it to fall, and the rebound belongs to the Panthers and Isaiah Kraft. Kraft has it again. Baseline jumper, a little bit short. Ball on the ground, and a jump ball called. Possession arrow remains in favor of the O'Fallon Panthers. .455 left to play here in this third quarter. Ja'Kian Matthews checks back into the game for Decatur MacArthur. DeAndre Woodland to the bench. Here is Dismukes. Around the horn it goes. Dismukes gets it right back. Dribbles, drives, free throw line, shot. No good. Rebound. That belongs to Lowry for the Panthers, and a there of Keon Jones. Burton picks up his second, first team foul. Now each team with one here in this third quarter. Sean Riley checks back in for O'Fallon. Generals with the ball. Here's Jones. Works it up to the baseline for Talaferro. Talaferro trying to back his way up that baseline. No room there. So he dips it off, and a shot off the glass for Lawson. 8-point lead for Decatur MacArthur. 4:20 left to play here in this third quarter. Bounce pass to Tebby, still in the backcourt. Tebby picks up his dribble, throws it across the timeline, and gets it into the hands of Burton. Now dumped off and lost as Neal tried to spin move in the paint, but the ball didn't come with him. Now a shot down at the other end, and the rebound tipped out front by O'Fallon, picked up by MacArthur. Is a three-point shot from the deep corner, and a whistle right after. Foul coming up to Kyle Dismukes. That's going to be his third. Second team foul here for O'Fallon, as Quay Smith checks back into the game here for the Generals. Inbound pass knocked right back out of bounds. Wills checks back into the game for O'Fallon. Neal to the bench. Inbound pass coming in. And a little alley-oop that never did hit the oop part of it, just the alley part. Lowry stayed with it, though, and put it back up and in. 10-point game, 33-23. MacArthur with the lead. Ball brought up. Drive. Burton. Shot. Good. Burton gets his team back to within 8. Keon Jones for the Generals. Tries to penetrate from the left side. Into the corner it goes to Matthews. Matthews travels. 3:13 left to play here in this third quarter. 33-25. The Generals of MacArthur High School out of Decatur have the lead. Looking to advance to quarterfinal action tomorrow versus either Collinsville or Chicago Hansberry. Now the ball ends up out of bounds again. Quinn Harris and Isaiah Kraft check back into the game for O'Fallon. Panthers bring the ball up. Quick passes into the lane. Shot taken. No good. Riley tries to get the rebound and put it back up, but he does get the rebound. Sends it back out. Point shot by Caleb Burton. Back to within 5 points now are the Panthers. Or excuse me, the Panthers. Had two teams named Panthers here today. One of them is from Decatur. Not this team. This is the Generals from MacArthur High School in Decatur. Here is Jackson. Gets it into the corner now for Jones. Jones dribbles and drives. Baseline shot a little bit short. And the rebound belongs to Amari Wills for O'Fallon. Wills bounces the ball out. Nice save over there. But not for very long, as the Generals come away with another turnover by O'Fallon. Into the corner it goes. Three-point shot. Smith skips across the rim. Rebound belongs to Wills once again. Wills gets it up to Harris. Harris finds the hands of Kraft, and a foul called just as Kraft was shooting, so he'll go to the free throw line for 2. Caden Lowry picks up his third. Each team now with 2. Kraft, free throw line. I'm here tonight. Kraft misses the first one. Kobe Berry checks back into the game for MacArthur. One more shot coming from Isaiah Kraft, the 6'2 senior. Misses both of them. That may come back to hurt a little bit later. And a foul, blocking foul. I don't get that one either. Keon Jones was coming in baseline, and really, Caleb Burton didn't do anything wrong, but they called him for a blocking foul. And the ball inbounded back out front to Jackson. Jackson gets it to Jones. Now over onto the right wing for Matthews. Matthews dribbles, gives it up on a pass to Jackson on the left wing, and now Berry. Berry, he'll leave it for Talaferro, or excuse me, that's Smith. Smith back out front for Matthews. Jones, baseline, shot, short, rebound. That belongs to Sean Riley. Riley gets the ball up court. Burton back to Wills, and Wills is fouled as he was gliding through the lane to put up a fingertip roll. 1 minute, 10 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. 33-28. Generals up by 5. Kobe Berry picks up his second foul. Each team now with 3. Wills at the free throw line. Went 1 for 2 in the first half and hits the first one here in the second half. One minute, 10 seconds to play here in quarter number 3. Back at the free throw line, Amari Wills trying to get his team back to within 3. He does. Eight points here in this third quarter for the Generals. 15 points scored so far here by O'Fallon. They made some halftime adjustments that are paying off right now. Back out to the top of the key. Here is Matthews. Over onto the far side wing. That is Talaferro. Back to Matthews. 40 seconds left here in this third quarter. Now over to Jackson. Back to Talaferro, back to Matthews. Those 3 will play catch on the outside of the perimeter for a while they chew up some time. Down to 25 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. In front of his own bench, that is Jackson. One dribble, picks it up, gives to Talaferro. Talaferro gets it right back from the right wing from Matthews. Down to 10 seconds. Talaferro. Bounce pass into the paint where Matthews was camping. O'Fallon at the buzzer will send a shot off of the guide wire there of the thing that holds the basket in place. 35-30, 5-point lead belongs to the Panthers of Decatur MacArthur High School. But O'Fallon had a fantastic third quarter. Back with the fourth in a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Todd Duke, Zach Roseman back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. That was a big-time quarter there by O'Fallon. They outscored Decatur MacArthur 15-10 in that third quarter, and the 10-point game that we had at the end of the first half is now a 5-point game. MacArthur with the ball to start quarter number 4. Here is Talafero. Talafero at the top of the key. Over onto the far sideline in front of the scorer's bench for Jackson. Jackson gets it back to Jones. Jones back to Talafero. Talafero from the right wing takes it back out toward the midcourt stripe. 30 seconds into this fourth quarter. 5-point lead for the Generals. And a whistle. Timeout called by the Generals. That will give us a chance to thank our fine folks at the Blaylock team of RE/MAX. If you're looking to buy a new home or sell your current one, you can trust the Blaylock team of RE/MAX Alliance with all of your real estate needs. If you buy or sell with the Blaylocks, they will donate $200 to your favorite K-Hawk Booster Club, so make sure you tell them that when you buy a house from them. Call Peyton or Emily Blaylock, 618-780-4622, or you can visit them online, www.blaylockteam.com. Game number 5 is into the fourth quarter here. 35-30, 5-point lead belongs to the Generals of Decatur MacArthur High School. They also have control of the ball. Into the backcourt it goes, and here is Jackson. Jackson with it. Gives it up now for Jones. Jones over on the far side wing in front of his bench. Gives it up for Matthews. Matthews, strong move, baseline, rolls around the rim, can't get it to fall, gets his own rebound. Then a loose ball knocked out of bounds by O'Fallon. And the Generals will get to keep. Inbound pass comes in from underneath of their own basket from Keon Jones to Jackson. Jackson back out to the top now. Matthews inside. Talafero off the glass. Strong move, good for 2. 37-30. Back to a 7-point lead for Decatur MacArthur. Here come the O'Fallon Panthers. They have the ball in their hands for the first time here in this fourth quarter. Tebby across the timeline. Throws the ball away. Picking up the loose rock, Keon Jones. He takes it all the way down and throws it away himself. Tries that football-style pass all the way down the length of the court. Talafero got a finger on it. That was about it before it had too much momentum and carried out of bounds. Fallon brings the ball up court, trailing by 7. Here is Wills with a strong move coming in from the left side and slams it home. That's a 5-point lead once again for Decatur MacArthur. Here is Jackson. Jackson move underneath and a foul just as Lowry was going up after the pass to Jackson. Riley will pick up his second, 4th team foul. Fouls kept at a minimum here in this second half. And that one rolls right around the rim for Lowry. His first trip to the free throw line here in this game. And another shot coming up here for the 6'8" senior. Second one is good. 6-point lead now for the Generals. O'Fallon working the ball up court. Crossing that timeline with it is Burton. Burton into the paint, takes the shot, going to get called for a charge. Fourth foul for Burton, 5th foul for the Panthers. Inbound pass comes in. Working the ball up court. Deion Jackson. Pass, Talafero drives, baseline, shot no good. Wills is there with the rebound, had the ball knocked out of his hands, and then he picked it up and traveled with it. Terrence Woodland going to check back into the game. He'll take the place of Talaferro. Tiandre Woodland. Matthews with the ball for the Generals. Over to Woodland. Woodland almost got a fist in his face there. Back out front we go, and then over on the left wing, once again for Matthews. Matthews dribbles with the right hand, backs himself up toward the midcourt stripe, puts on a spin move, top of the key, in the paint, and then tries to bounce a pass in for Lowry, but Lowry wasn't expecting it. It skipped right past his shin and out of bounds. 6-point lead still for the Generals. 5.5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Mari Wills, cross-court pass to Burton. Back over to Wills. Wills, he'll cross the timeline with it and dump it back to Dismukes. Dismukes into the corner, now back out front. Nice no-look pass there, and it finds the hands of Wills, but then we have a foul on the play. This one is going to go against Tiandre Woodland. The Generals pick up their fourth foul. It's his first. O'Fallon set to inbound. They do so to Wills. He'll pop a shot right from where the inbound came. No good. Rebound. Dismukes had it for a second, but it's then picked up by Burton and back over to Wills off the glass. Strong move. Good for two for Sean Riley. 4-point lead and now back to a 6-point lead. That was a nice give and go touch pass all the way down the length of the court. Finished up by Keon Jones. Here is Caleb Burton for O'Fallon. 3-point shot. Tebby hits his mark. 3-point game. Decatur MacArthur with the lead all the way up front. No one saw him sneak in behind the defense. Caden Lowry jams one home to give his team back that 5-point lead. Here is Wills. Wills dribbles, drives in the perimeter, then back out. Now he has a little bit of separation, takes it off the glass. That was smacked off of the glass by Lowry, and then his teammate picks it up, takes it back down, does Jones. Good for two, and Jones to the free throw line for a possible 3-point play. Dismukes picks up his fourth. He was in foul trouble early. They took him out of most of the first half after he picked up two quick ones. And now the Panthers want to call a timeout. So we will step aside for just a moment, right along with them. Fourth quarter, 4:03 left, 44-37 Generals have a lead over the Panthers. Back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is a T3 certified tire center, and they can handle all of the basics, like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basic stuff like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Todd Duke and Zach Roseman back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Day number 1 of this 35th annual Prairie Farms Holiday Classic. And we are halfway through. And we're just about to arrive at the dinner break. Collinsville and Chicago Hansberry due to tip-off at 6:30. Springfield Southeast, Edwardsville, Rockford East, and East St. Louis have all won here today and advanced to quarterfinal action on the winner's side of the bracket starting tomorrow morning. Everybody plays 2 games tomorrow. We'll have quarterfinal and semifinal action for you tomorrow. To the free throw line, Keon Jones. Jones, his first trip to the charity stripe here in this contest. He misses, and the rebound belongs to O'Fallon. Here is Dismuke, still out there with his 4 fouls. He has it on the left wing. Picks up his dribble, needs a little bit of help, finds it in the form of Wills. Wills dribbles and drives his way in the perimeter, takes the shot, and blocked out by Caden Lowry once again. And the quick transition will turn into 2 points for Tiandre Woodland. And just like that, it's back to a 9-point lead for MacArthur. 3.5 minutes to go. Turnover. Nope, they kept the ball, but then stepping into the backcourt was Amari Wills. So the turnover that wasn't turned into the turnover that was. Here comes Jones. Double teamed. Gets rid of the ball to Jackson. Back out to the midcourt stripe for Matthews. Matthews gets it right back and takes it into the paint, into the corner. Cross-court pass to Woodland. Woodland back out front now for Matthews. Matthews in front of the scorer's bench, being watched by Tebby. Now up underneath the basket, and a slam dunk on home by Caden Lowry. And that it makes it an 11-point lead now for the Generals. Here's Dismukes. He'll go all the way in, but too hard off the glass. The putback is good by Sean Riley. And O'Fallon would like to take another timeout. 2:47 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Time to thank some more of our sponsors. How about the Junior Service Club of Collinsville? Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go to help the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information about any event upcoming for the Junior Service Club, all you need to do is go to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and everything you need to know will be right there. 2:47 left to play here in this fourth quarter. The Generals of MacArthur High School out of Decatur lead the O'Fallon Panthers by 9, 48-39. Winner of this game will move on to take on the winner of the next game between Collinsville and Hansberry Prep out of Chicago. After that, we have 2 more games for you. Lincoln, one of the favorites to win this tournament, taking on Madison at 8 o'clock, and then the nightcap, final game of the night, scheduled to tip off at 9:30, has Belleville East taking on Granite City. .247 left to play here in this fourth quarter. 9-point game. The Generals of MacArthur High School with the lead and the ball. Here is Keon Jones. Jones works the ball up across the timeline, being watched by Wills. Can't get around Wills, fires a pass out to Matthews. Matthews dribbles and drives, and he is fouled from behind by Amari Wills. That'll be his first, team 7th, so bonus time for the Generals. To the free throw line, Jakean Matthews. Matthews, his first trip to the free throw line here tonight. That one misses off to the left, so no bonus, but his teammates pick him up with a rebound. Back out to Matthews at the free throw line, has that ball knocked out of his hands. Wills picks it up, slows things down just a minute, lets some teammates catch up. Baseline, shot, good, count it, and the bruise against Caleb Burton. That makes it a 7-point game. Matthews will pick up his first. 5th team foul for the Generals. Shooting one will be Caleb Burton. First shot, good. Back to a 6-point game. Quinn Harris checks back into the game for O'Fallon. Caleb Burton to the bench. Inbound pass comes into Matthews. Matthews dribbles his way up the near side sideline. pulls up that dribble. Now MacArthur will set it up. A couple of touch passes. Ends up into the hands of Jackson. Jackson spins over on the left wing, now back over onto the right wing for Woodland. Woodland drives from there, but he is fouled from behind. And that is going to go against Quinn Harris. Pretty sure they brought him into the game just to foul. Picks up his first, team 8th to the free throw line, Tiandre Woodland. 1 minute, 58 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter. Excuse me. Woodland for a 1-and-1 opportunity. He did not go to the free throw line in the first half as well. First one's good. Next one from Woodland. Also good. 50-42, 8-point lead for Decatur MacArthur. And here come the Panthers. It is Dismukes. And a reach-in foul called against Keon Jones. That's one thing that the Panthers, or excuse me, the Generals do not need to do is foul. They had one to give there, and the next one will put the Panthers to the line as the Generals now have 6. Into the backcourt it goes to Dismukes. Dismukes had that ball knocked away. But Dismukes picks it back up, gives to Tebby. Tebby at the top of the key. He loses the ball. Gives to Dismukes in the corner. 3-point shot on the way. Short. Rebound. Wills. Oh! Tell you what, Caden Lowry thought there should have been a foul called, and he voiced that displeasure to the referee as well. And now a timeout called by the Generals. It is a full timeout, so we'll go ahead and take the cans off the ears and give the ears a little bit of a break here, and back in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today, 618-344-2800, or on the Missouri side, 314-241-5253, or online, lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, we have 83 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter. It's a 6-point game, 50-44 in favor of MacArthur High School. That inbound pass is slapped right back to where it came from by Sean Riley. Riley's had a really good game. Inbound pass will be tried, part 2. Makes it in. Cross-court pass for Lowry. They move the ball up quickly, do the Generals. Now back over to Talaferro. Talaferro back over to Woodland. Back to Talaferro at the midcourt stripe, and he is finally fouled from behind by Quinn Harris. Harris knows what his job is. Comes in and commits fouls. Wills has 9 points. The opposing number 11, Lowry, has 21. At the free throw line, Talaferro. He did not make it to the charity stripe in that first half as well. Good on the first one. Makes it a 7-point game, makes it a 3-possession game. With 1:05 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Talaferro misses on the second, rebound. That belongs to his teammate Keon Jones. Now The Generals will play catch for a while. Back over to Talafaro. Talafaro gets it right back from Lowry. Back over to the near side here for Jackson. Jackson, Matthews, Lowry, Jackson, Matthews, Lowry. Into the corner for Talafaro. Talafaro across the court, back around front we go. They'll just keep it outside of the perimeter, and then Dismukes runs right smack dab into Jakean Matthews, and Dismukes is going to be out of this game. That'll be his 5th. No, they're not going to call it against I don't even get that. Oh, Kyle Dismukes just squarely ran right into the player, and the whistle blew, but they get ahead and they're going to give it to Amari Wills. Here at the free throw line. Matthews hits the first one. 8-point game now with 33.3 left to play here in this 4th quarter. Next shot, all throw, also is through. 9-point lead now for the Generals. Panthers bring the ball up with very little time in which to work with. Here is Wills. He gets it up to Dismukes. Dismukes drives and loses control of the ball, but gets it right back and then throws it out of bounds, trying to throw it off of Matthews, but instead he threw it off of the referee. 22.4 seconds left here in this 4th quarter. Generals trying to hold on and secure a date in one of the 4 quarterfinal matches set up for tomorrow, and this one gets thrown away. Nice catch by the Prairie Farms guy down there that's feeding us all of our stats at the end of each game and at halftime. Takes the clock down to 18.8. Inbound pass comes in, and immediately Lowry is fouled by Dismukes, and that will be it for Dismukes. So that means Quinn Harris checks back into the game. To the free throw line, Lowry for a couple of shots. 17.7 seconds left here in this 4th quarter. Good on the first one. That makes it a 10-point game. Talafaro checks back out. Woodland checks back in. Lowry hits both of them, and that would probably just about do it for the O'Fallon Panthers. They bring the ball up with 15 seconds left. Here is Harris into the corner. Tebby with a 3-point shot. That hits the mark. That makes it 55-47. Clock continues to run. 2 seconds left, and that's going to do it. 55-47. Our final score as MacArthur moves on. And they will take on the winner of our next game between Collinsville and Hansberry Prep out of Chicago. And that's going to do it for us for a moment. It's dinner time. We will come back and we will have action for you between Collinsville and Chicago Hansberry. After the dinner break, tip-off scheduled for 6:30, so we'll be on the air sometime around 6:20 or so. So until then, my name is Todd Duke for Zach Roseman. Back in just a little bit. 35th Prairie Farms Holiday Classic continues on the K-Hawk Sports Network.